Hi class, this is your video feedback of your portfolios. I'm going to go through these as a first-time user. In some cases I have looked at them and I have not read your comments about it. That will come after I look at the usability and things like that, and that may explain some things, but at this point I'm just using this as a first-time viewer, someone who is just landing on your page, all right, to see how it makes sense. So let's start here. Ryan, I really liked your logo. I like that it's called Photo and Video. I do want to make sure that there's not already companies by this name, only because I have known companies over the years by that name. So double check that. I think this image is duplicated. Maybe it's a still, but I love it. There are some images in here that I think you could reshoot and make higher quality, and I would never say that except that you're just so close. And so many are really good that I just want to see that. This is a very interesting shot. I didn't watch this one yet. However, it's not sharp, so that's something you really want to think about. Choose something that's as interesting but not sharp. And you guys, when you do choose your thumbnail, try not to choose an angry face, things like that. Even if it's a horror movie, that's not the image you want to necessarily put on your thumbnail, because you want people to be invited to watch it. Okay. I liked this. I was convinced that you have experience, and as I continued down to see the work, I was really buying into it. I'm not sure I like the word tap into. Think about that, only because I kind of want it to be something that you're just giving them, right? That they don't have to do anything. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. You could say I tap into my years, you know. This is beautiful. You've got some beautiful shots. I'm going to assume they're yours, that this is drone work. I see all these. I've looked at all those. They're great. And I wish more students would do that. Build your portfolio based on some tabletop or things that you actually have access to. That would be smart. This does go to your site. Make sure this isn't too small on your mobile. I think it'll be okay. Do you need this much text? I don't know, maybe, but probably if you could cut out 2 words, that would land nicely there. But this is all clear, easy to read. Okay. Let's close up that gap. Let's update this to 2020. Let's bring all this up also. Maybe you don't need 2 lines, but you do need to get this up higher. May not need this much space, but maybe. It's not a deal breaker. Okay. Some of these are just yummy. Okay, I like this. You just say plain and simple your name, they get that, and exactly what you do, and your work supports it. Terrific. All right, main thing is just kind of getting stuff moved up a little bit, I think, and whatever little details. All right, good job. Let's see. You might have a resume that talks about your particular skill sets, equipment that you use and so forth, but not extensive, not much. And it could be a drop down, or it could be at the bottom of your about. Okay. All right, Sam. Is that your last name? I guess I thought it was Richardson. Yes, it is. So let's fix that. And I like this. I like it a lot. Okay, these I don't think are going to yours. So the main thing you want, I believe, would be maybe Instagram for some shots that you could start taking of planes, and then a LinkedIn for sure. All right. and a Twitter if you just like to talk about some things. Your type changes here, so be mindful of that. I do like your resume. There was something. Yeah, I like it. It's not searchable, because it's a PDF, I think, that's downloadable. So you may want something that, talks about some of your skill sets so that it's searchable on your site. I can tell you, most people won't download that beautiful resume. Okay. All right. I think I want to see this on maybe 2 lines and bring this down and align these. However you have to do it with a little space, okay? I don't like it laying on top of it like that, all right, and squeezing up the text. And these are different sizes. You might want to take a look at that, all right? And we looked at this, all right. Minor changes, but important ones, okay? Good job. All right, same thing here. I think the biggest thing I would like you to do is take this, move it over here next to Night Productions, take this off in this case because it's not legible, and I think I want to see this be a little darker background. And this font, I think I want it a little not so bold, maybe. Try the darker and see where you go with that. I would also like to see, now once this is over here, I would like to see a navigation bar. If you want, you could list these things. I like that these are here, especially with this one, because you can read them, because they tell us what you do. It's very hard for people to organize something like this. This image I want to change. I want you to get something that, ideally, it would be something you photograph. Look through your work and see if there's anything that feels like desktop work or design work, because as a designer and photographer, they expect you to be able to do your own work. And this one doesn't bother me as much, but this one, the quality isn't quite there also. Okay, so you do go to white background here. I don't know. Okay, I want to click on these. And I also think maybe you could come up higher on this. I'm not sure this needs to be as deep. Okay. I don't think you lose anything. You can check, but I don't think you lose anything. In the future, you can take out those, you have an image that's got power lines or telephone lines, and I think that you can take that out for yourself, in Photoshop. Be coming up here soon. Okay. There. Okay, I would just take that out. It's distracting. Okay, so now we go here to get to your about, but this is your contact. All right, so you want to fix that. Let's not use this type of button. I feel like they're very dated, and I would perhaps rather see your logo there. Okay. Yeah, I like the simplicity of this font, but it's a little heavy. Let's left align all of that. Great shot. This color's better. Okay. Left align. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe a lighter weight rule. Left align. And not necessary, I think. It would be great, but you may not be able to. This is okay for now. But you could also put selected clients. Okay. All right, so now I want to go back. That could be your logo. And this dot. Okay. Are you linking to another page, another site? I'm not really sure, but this color is better even for that. So now we have wedding, engagement, and these. And what I was thinking, and headshots, and that's great, but, and this is beautiful, but I'll tell you, you still have the challenge of organizing all of this. Okay, this is a beautiful shot because I've seen this on another page. But getting back to it, I'm not even sure how I could do that. Okay. Now, initially, I thought there was an in-between menu. So we go down to here. There's the in-between menu. I'm not a fan of this. So I think what you want to do, reduce your engagement photos, wedding, just pick your best. And instead of coming to this page, we're going to condense as much as we can and just help it make sense somehow. So instead of coming here, when you click on that photo that we led us here, you're going to have those photos up here, okay? And put it in order. So if I go back here, okay, there's this, but that's like a banner. So when I get into this, which I'm hoping to get into a little sooner because we want to bring this up, you've got photography, videography, graphics, and digital media. Okay, when I click on this, I want to go to the photography, but I think it needs to be, all of these choices that you're giving us need to be on this page, okay? Photography, videography, you know, this, wedding, engagement, okay? You got to be careful. The graphic design, we're really putting a lot of skill sets on one site. You've got to be really careful about it. So I want to see, let's say, 3 or 4 images here of photography, whatever you do the most of, because I know you also have realty things in here, okay? So let's just split that up into like wedding headshots and or weddings and commercial, okay? Family and commercial. So you're going to come here, you're going to have photography. At some point, you're going to then have engagements. Under engagements, you're going to have a string of wedding. It'd be great if they are related, but they don't have to be. But you're not going to do a whole bunch of this stuff, okay? Just a little bit. Product photography is going to be, you know, with your realty. Your family is going to come over here. Maybe it'd be engagement, weddings, children, family. Headshots is going to be with models. We just have to condense this a lot more, okay? Like 2 categories, family and commercial. Okay. So you've narrowed this down a little bit. But we just don't need this in-between page. That's telling us we've got too much going on. All right, so have a menu up here, very little on drop-down. You can have photography, you know, weddings, commercial as a drop-down. You know, and then in your commercial page, that's where you're going to have some advertising samples across the top, some realty, and then event, okay? We're really adding a lot here. So if you can narrow it down, you can keep it all on there, but otherwise you've got a wedding page site that is totally separate in reality, okay, from your commercial work. But that's what I want to see, okay? Just fewer examples and condense your menu. All right. Oh, also on your contact page, see, we want to have all that up here and your social media up there. We get into so many different things. But on your contact page, let's see. Okay, no, you're good. You're good. It's easy to see. Okay. Yeah, we looked at this. Jacob, nice. And this I know goes to your work. That's your logo. And when we click on it, we stay here. Okay, I remember this was down here. I still want to see this up here somewhere. Maybe a hamburger menu up here or over here. I think that might look nice. Okay, because I'm still struggling, and I've looked at this already and I know where it is. Still want to see this come up. Maybe a little smaller with your content beside. A little less scrolling. Everybody wants to have less scrolling and fewer clicks. That's what the game is. Terrific. I love that. Yeah, I love the work. I do want to see that up here, not down here. It's going to help everything. So when I go here, if I click on it, I was thinking it would open up somewhere where I would have some content, context about this. Okay. Like you have this. Okay. And Knight's production could learn a little bit from this too, right? This simple. Portraits, product. I know you've got headshots and things, and that's okay as long as it's well organized. All right, same comments from before. I see you did make some changes. Nice. And go back. Okay. Yeah. I kind of want to be able to click on this and then it come up with some context. All right, but beautiful work. Beautiful. It's looking great. Okay, LinkedIn might be good. All right, I found this to be very interesting. This, I don't know. Okay. Okay, make sure that your brand is carried through. Okay. This gets lost here, right? Which usually means it needs to be fixed or banner frozen, header frozen at the top. There are a lot of these here. I kind of want it to do something, but okay. So I'm coming up here. All right. Okay. This needs to be okay. That needs to be worked out. Okay. We need content. And this needs to be removed. You don't need it, you have this. Okay, so take this off. You can anchor to here, but that can't be there. It's overlapping. All right, you got to have some content. All right, good start. All right, let's see, CJ. I really like the colors of your logo. I looked at your video for the Biden train, and that was really fun. I liked the whistle at the end of that. And there are some pages that I think you don't need. Oh, this. Let's move this either to here or over to here. Okay. And let's try not to have one word on a line. You do say exactly what you are about, and I like that. I kind of want to be able to read this better. I don't know if you can make that larger. Bring that over here. It's okay there, but I definitely want to get this out of the middle, only because it's not really a web standard. Anything that doesn't have something on it, everybody, that you want to dismantle. We'll see this a lot with blogs and things, and so you want to take care of that. All right. So that would be dismantled. It's okay. There's nothing there yet. See, that's fine here. Okay. Interesting. This would be your about. And I think these would be at the bottom. Maybe as a, maybe smaller. I know you want to be able to read it, but think about how you can show that. Okay, this, we have a little problem there, so you want to fix that. And maybe I'm thinking this would wrap and be on the left, and one of your certificates, whichever is more important to you, would be right here on the right. Okay, with a little space, and wrap this. You might cut this down a little bit so it doesn't scroll too much when you do that, but that, is an option for you. It's just an option. I can see why you would be proud to have those. This, I think, can come off, right, because there's nothing found there, so disable that page. Disable this page, because it is working, but you have a menu, so you don't need it. If you wanted it down at the bottom, you could, but we really don't need those. We don't have that many pages. If we are a bigger company, then you might need that because it wouldn't all fit in your menu, but these will fit in a menu, okay? So let's do that instead. Let's see, I want that in the same place, so bring that up there. And projects, that's going to be your main idea. Again, this. Okay. I really like this, the red and the, so many people draw a camera and are very literal about it. And I really like how you've done that. It would be nice if we could get some of these things larger, that a little bigger, maybe that, but you've got a lot there, so I don't know, you might have to cut it down. Okay, so you've got a link there that could be on your contact page. I mean, I like it, it's just hard to read. I would choose one of these. I know they have different endings. I would choose your favorite, and you can keep that there if you like, but we have it. It looks yeah, we need to just choose one, regardless of the explanation as a visitor. Okay, this you can disable, all right? Okay, so really that's the main thing. You want your works, your contact, a little bit about you. Okay, all right, great start. Okay. The only thing about this particular template is there is a lot of space, and I do feel like I want to click on these. Okay, but I do like that aspect. This font probably should be here. Okay. Interesting. I like that the audio is off. I like that you have the roll. It's a little tight here, and this is wrapping, so maybe bring it a little wider. So this comes up here, a little bit of space there, a little bit smaller, but this is perfect. You're telling us what you use, giving us an example. Perfect as far as content. Okay. Let's make this a different font. These should be the same size. So this, I would left align. These should be aligned left. And maybe just say my articles here or my articles, and they can click it. Make it a header though, okay? Because this is bigger than this. And we want to be careful about that. I'm also thinking that that would be in a menu drop down. Now see this, you need to disable. It's not going anywhere. Okay, good. And the logo is good, by the way. I do want to see your links to certainly LinkedIn. And a little sharper image. I think you probably have a more professional shot. You have time to get one, but make sure you're facing daylight or a light, right? Try and get the highlight, the catch light in your eye. Look around and see if you have something. This one just, the file, the resolution isn't high enough for the size, okay? All right. But I do like what you've said. Let's make it a great step. You probably need to give credit to the person who said this. Okay, and I'm thinking this would be a place for your LinkedIn or Instagram or such, all right? Now, here's the thing. I don't know right away when I get here what you do, okay? I mean, I know, but if I'm visiting for the first time, I don't really know. So let's find a way to let everybody know that and take that off. All right, all right. It's going to come together. All right. Nice. It is a camera, but it's well drawn, so that's okay. Okay, drop downs don't cover up too much. Everybody watch for that. Not too bad. Okay, so you've organized your content. Good. Photography, weddings, engagement, individuals, videography, set work, contact. This is not a demo site, so, and it's not student work, because eventually you're going to be using this to put all your work on, and everybody is a student for their whole life, especially in the creative fields, okay? So you can take student off and demo reel, or demo website off. You know, if you want to have your demo reel, that's one thing. But is this fictional? Is the examples that you have going to be fictional? If so, we need to make sure these go to at least your LinkedIn. We need to come up with some work that you've done. I feel like you did this. That is what I feel like. which would mean that it's not fictional. I feel like you probably did that. And that. Okay, so if you shot these, then it's not fictional, okay? Okay, if there's stock in here, then yes, that comes off. Anything stock would come out, all right? Okay. All right. Yeah, and you say what you did, so that's great. This might be better as a sans serif. Or something a little lighter like this, not so heavy. Yeah. Something easy to read, but this one isn't as easy. And yeah, go ahead and highlight your name here and link it to your work or a contact page or whatever. I would put your full name here, and just people who know you well will know to call you that. But I would stick with Brianna if that's what you're going to be doing, and I'll tell you why. A number of reasons. If someone's going to pay you, let's say they write you a check, I don't know if they do that anymore, but they want to know your full name. If you want to know if somebody actually is a friend of yours or somebody that is just soliciting and you don't really know, a good way to distinguish that is if you use Brianna professionally, and then only your friends use the Brie. Or however you're pronouncing that. I hope I did that right. But that's something that you want to think about. It will really help you as your circle grows bigger and bigger and bigger. I use two names personally. I use Elizabeth for online because that's what my email is, and I use Libby for campus because people who know me as Libby. But if I have 100 or more students and someone contacts me and they call me Elizabeth, I automatically know they're online. Or if they call me Libby, I know, it helps me organize and sort things. So if I were you, if you're going by two things, I would use professionally your full name, all right? Okay, so you can name these unless it's a feed. Okay. If these are yours from your site, but this says Wix. Okay, so then yes, you would have to take those out and just put your work to your Instagram. Okay, and so think about what some of your peers are doing. Right now, it might be a good time to set up some tabletop meals and photo shots like that to put on your Instagram, and then you can feed those in. There's work in that, okay? All right. And it's solo work too right now. You don't have to have a crew if you're social distancing. Okay. All right. Everything's kind of above the fold. I like the way it's laid out. Good job. All right, let's get all this up a little higher. Okay. I like this. I really do. But I do want to get in quicker. You could bring this, I do like the triangle, the pyramid. You could bring this up here, here, or up here, or just find a way to bring the artwork up. Mindful of this, we have titles overlapping each other, so that we need to fix. Okay. Make sure that all work is yours. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I like this, but I think we're going to have to move it. We need to get into this quicker. All right. That's a beautiful shot. Okay. Okay. All right. Move the contact to after the about. Left align. This is loading, so it may need to be optimized. Okay. Yeah, we want to bring this content in quicker. More like this. All right. Good job. Mostly you need to bring things up. All right. Good. Okay. I think a different type, maybe this is, the kerning is a little big here. You want to close that up a little bit. I think all caps, at least for Facer for sure, and bring this in a little. If this works with Facer being large, fine, after you brought it in. Otherwise, make it all caps. But you have this here. You don't really need this so much. Take this off. Okay, not a student project, unless none of these are yours. Okay, align. Okay, I want this to click. I want this to be a link to these things. Left align. Try and have them the same number of rows. That needs to be replaced, right, into a circle instead of a rectangle. These need to have something put in there. Left align. Make sure everything is the same size type. This is a repeat. Yeah, this would need to be grouped somehow. Something needs to go. Okay, it's a little busy and cluttered. You've got 3 colors going on here, 4 including white. So think about that. Okay, this I'm not sure you need. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Here we go. This, let's just put these things on your home page. You can put the team under about. It can be first, you know, whatever you want. Yeah. Yeah, it's the font I'm not really sure about. And here it's regular, and here it's italic. Let's take this off. Okay. Make these go to your site, especially have a LinkedIn, Instagram for photography. But yeah, I can't find the menu. So I accidentally found it up here, but that's not really a symbol for menus. That's like a logo. So let's put the hamburger bar there. or better yet, you've got room. Let's put your menu up here, okay? And bring this up. Your menu right there. You can freeze your menu. That way it won't scroll over anything. Okay, let's align that. All right, just align everything, images at the bottom. All right, I look forward to seeing it again. Okay, let's reduce the number of colors you're using. If this is your logo color, let's be careful about red and this blue, which looks like the Weebly blue. Cut this down. Good. Okay, interesting. Right. Remember, these were going to be aligned and have the same amount of space. I really want to see that next time. This is what I want everyone to remember. Well, okay, here, portfolio, I would bring that. Okay. Yeah, I want to see a navigation up here. Okay. No in between pages. There's not enough content or pages to have an in between page for a navigation when you have room to just put a navigation. Your logo, should be up here. Beside that can come over and your logo can go there. Get that down. All right. Align this image, this. Align. Okay. Here's the thing that everybody needs to know. When you submit this, you might make 100 based on meeting the benchmarks for this assignment. However, if the revisions aren't implemented, when you resubmit in week 4 or end of week 3, you won't make a 100. So 100 doesn't mean that it's finished. All right, it just means that you met the benchmarks for this first soft launch. All right, okay. Easy to read. Maybe a little more space here because you've got so much space. It's very kid-friendly, and that would mean more space, consistent space. So if we can get a little bit of air in here. You could say about, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this, unique productions. You could say about unique productions, okay? Align. We've already seen this, so take it off. You only need your best work. This, I think you want to be sure that you are shooting horizontal for your websites. This may work for Instagram, but not for your website or professional TV work. Okay, so you want to, or film work. So let's not do that, anyone. And this is blown out in places, all right? This needs to be darker. The detail is being lost. So I would only focus on your best work, okay? Even if it's just 2 and they're aligned up here. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to say that this is your, style to have these different colors here. different here. It helps if they are in exactly the same place. All right. But there's something nice about it. Yeah. I think I want to see, you know, unique here, right? I want to see the word again, maybe up here. Okay. All right, I'll let you think about that. Let's not have italic there because it's a certain style. It's a very, frankly, kid-friendly, and that's what you need to keep throughout the whole thing. All right, fun. All right, this does go to your Instagram. That's great. Let's look at a different font. This is looking very 80s and 90s. So let's try to think about, let's make this the same height as this. Let's put some space there. Let's take cinematography off here. It's too busy, can't read it. All right. You could probably take this off and this off. Okay. And this have this go the full length, and that would be a logo. All right. If you're married to this, fine, but take the cinematography off. It's not legible. Okay, so just say, director and cinematographer instead of you have discovered. Good. I'd like to see something there, but it's okay. A logo maybe, watermark. Sometimes it's better than a not so great image. Okay, so that is your logo. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Kind of an interesting shot. You probably have a shot in here that's interesting, but you want it to match your style also. All right. Okay. All right, so I like the way it's laid out. I like things to be aligned, but this is not too bad because the spacing is all consistent. Let's left align all of these, okay? It's working in some places, but not in others, and so let's just left align. Okay. All right, aligned up here and here. Good. I don't know, maybe these need to be all caps. Asset and skills. The spacing is looking funny. Let's take used off and be consistent. Here you just have skills, so let's be consistent. All right. We've got a few too many fonts, all right? You're just going to have director and cinematography, bring it over here. I'm not crazy about this, except it does copy the lines you have here, so I'm okay with it. This font, not so much. Not so much. Yeah, take a look at your fonts. Look at, I don't know, something lighter and larger, maybe, and a line. Okay, it's a good shot. Maybe this needs to come over here and align with this. and this can go over here. All right. All right. I look forward to seeing this again. All right. Everybody needs to connect to your LinkedIn. Take this off, student project. Let's move your contact up here, either here or in a hamburger, I think would be fine. Okay. Good. Let's not use the extruder or that kind of font there. For that size, it doesn't work. Good font. Okay. I'm having to click back home to get to things. So I want to have a menu up here that goes everywhere. See what it looks like not to have this white background and what kind of background would work with this. Okay, little space there. Okay. Try that out. See what it looks like on a darker color, even if these have to be white, or try it on a middle to dark where that's still going to show up. Okay? All right, yeah, the menu needs to be consistent. We also have a few different fonts going on, but mostly let's simplify that. All right, good job. I can't wait to see these again, you guys. It's just going to, come together, and mainly you just want to keep it nice and clean and have a home for your examples. And that's what we need here too, Michael. Very good. All right, everybody, good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. I can't wait to see these again.